Hi honeys, how are you? Tanyanishailoc here, and of course welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, today we are going to be doing a makeup tutorial for all the beginners out there, and we are going to be sharing some tricks and tactics, of course, on how to do your makeup, and hopefully also trying to line out some mistakes. So without any further ado, let us just dive into the video right now. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment, and sharing out with friends and family. Okay, you guys, first things, I'm going to be cleaning my face using these amazing sensitive baby wipes. Make sure that your face is always clean. And second of all, I'm going to start drawing out my brows. So when I'm drawing out my brows, I'm using a black brown pencil, or what some people do consider a dark brown pencil, but you can also use both black and brown. And I just love to give my brows the perfect boundaries, because after that I'm going to be using some concealers to clean out the brow. So what I've done on the other side, that's the same thing I'm going to do on this side. You guys don't use only black, or don't use only brown. Make sure that it's either dark black or black brown, or black and brown. Yes. And after that, immediately before I start drawing out the falsies, I love combing my brows and just giving them direction, and making sure that all the hairs are in their good position. Then after that, I can use again my brow pencil and go over my brow hairs and try to add in a little bit of falsy ones as required. So this is the concealer I'm gonna be using. For the concealer, try to make sure that you use a concealer that is 2 shades brighter than of course your skin tone. Yes, and that's what I'm using to just clean out my lower boundary of the brow. I just love taking this from the start to the finish, as you see. And also, you guys, don't forget, try to use an angled brush. Yes, I've seen a lot of people using different brushes, but an angled brush will do you justice. It is very good, because at the end of the day it is angled, and you don't need any extra kind of job to either alter it to match the function. It's already made to do that. So that's what I'm also going to be doing on this side of the eye. So after that, I always love to just drag down my concealer, so that of course I create a base for my eyeshadow. And for my upper boundary of the brows, you guys, I do use foundation, because for foundation it's very easy to blend out, and that's what I would recommend. Most of the concealers do dry very fast, but when you do use your foundation, at the end of the day you are going to be blending your foundation, so it will be simpler for you to blend, and at the same time it will not give you any hard time. The next step, I'm gonna be using a fluffy brush to just make sure that I set my under eye, if that makes sense. I always want, by the time I do apply my eyeshadow, I have set that area such that I have created a very nice base for my eyeshadows to sit on. And also remember that the powder you are using, it is also the same shade as the concealer. So for eyeshadow, you guys, I'm gonna be using this Romantic Bird eyeshadow palette, and the trick here is that do not use the shiny shades as your transition shades. Just use the powdery ones as your transition shades. Yes, don't use the shiny ones, but use the powder ones, especially for beginners, because they might give you a hard time, especially to blend. But when you use the powder ones, it will be simpler. So for in my case, I did go in with black brown or dark chocolate, whatever I want to call it, and I just used this as my first shade. Then I went over it with a very slightly lighter shade. And whenever you are creating an eyeshadow look, especially a simple one, try to make sure that you create something that is descending or ascending, if that makes sense. So I went in with that little bit of brown. Then after that, I went in with this little non-pigmented purple, again from the same palette, and make sure that you guys blend out. We don't need any harsh lines. And final, I'm using this yellow eyeshadow to just finish up the eyeshadow look. I did use this because I needed something, of course, to pull out the whole eye from the start to finish, and I'm just trying to blend it in and out. Make sure that you go over the whole of the transition eyeshadows, if that makes sense, and you blend them out very, very well. As I told you, we don't need any harsh lines. So for lining my lid, I'm gonna be using the super big one eyeliner, just going over my my eye, as you see. And for today, we are not going to be doing a winged liner or a dramatic one. We are going to be just stopping it just near there. If you are a beginner, make sure that you get a pen eyeliner. That will be very, very easy to apply. And whenever also you are applying liner, just keep in mind that you want to create a very, very nice eyelined eye, if that makes sense. Let that one be at the back of your mind, so that you are very careful with what you are doing. So I'm gonna be using the same shade of the eyeshadow I used first to just blend out that tail, so that it just blends into that first shade I did use. And I love applying my mascara over here at this stage, because I always don't want to pop on the lashes then go over them with mascara, because there is a way how they make this mascara makes my falsies look very, very awkward. That's why I first apply the mascara, then I can just go on with my falsies on top of my masquerade lashes. And you guys, if you are a beginner, make sure that you use tweezers. They will be very, very simple for you to use to pop on the lashes. And make sure that when you're applying them also, you leave some space so that you don't look like a doll. The next stage, as you see currently, I'm just cleaning my face with a wipe before I go in with the next step. So for the next step, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Prep priming serum. This has been one of my favorites. If you don't have a primer, make sure that you grab one, or a moisturizer. That's a very, very important step, especially when it comes to makeup, because you need your skin protected and amazing. If you don't have sunscreen, make sure that you grab that. For the foundation I'm going to be using today, it has SPF, that is the BB Glow Note. So applying my foundation, I love using a damp beauty blender. Always use a damp beauty blender, and just use very, very little product. Yes, whenever you use a lot of product, your makeup will not look as flawless as that used with very little product. A single pump will be able to finish, or will be able to cater for the whole side, one side, and of course another pump will be able to cater for the next side. Remember, you guys, little product. Remember, little product. Yes, remember to apply always little product, and at your forehead you have to apply the least product. Yes, the least product, because we need that forehead simple, and just popping. Not forgetting, never forget your neck. You don't want to look like you have two different skin tones. Never forget your neck. So for concealer, I'm gonna be using a shade that is 2 shades lighter or brighter than my skin tone. That is the best way that you will achieve a very, very highlighted spot. And I'm gonna be just tapping this all over the parts of my face that need to be highlighted. Again, don't forget, use very, very little product. And also, when you are blending out your concealer, make sure that you start at the point where you did put it, and after that you can proceed it to the towards your hairline. These concealers do dry very fast, so when you do drag it at the same time when you are blending it, it might fail you. Again, you guys, remember to use the same beauty blender you used for your foundation. That will give you the best finish. Setting my face, I'm gonna be using the XXL setting powder. I'll just, of course, dump this into the powder, then using my beauty blender, blend it in slowly but surely. And also the powder is 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. Remember that as you do blend in this powder, it has to be slowly but surely, slowly but surely. You can also use a blush. So to highlight your nose, put very little product at the center of your nose. And remember the trick, if you want your nose to appear a little bit bigger, put very much product and blend it to appear very much. And if you want your nose to appear smaller, use very little product and blend it slowly and surely. For contour, just apply your product in that line between the highlighted areas. And to contour the rest of my face, I'm just going in with a product which is 2 shades darker than my skin tone. Remember also to contour your forehead, but do this slightly and slowly because you don't need a lot of build up. And there is also this technique I did learn recently of reversing contour. Just use a brush and some powder, then you just reduce on the length of the contour. So to highlight my face, I'm gonna be using this highlight shine palette, and I'm gonna just pop a little bit of product in the middle of the nose, and of course at the tip of the nose. Don't drag your highlighter from the start to the bottom. Then with a more fluffy brush, I'm applying a little bit of highlighter at my upper cheeks. Setting my face, I'm gonna be going in with this fruit cariti over here. It smells so nice. Remember to always have by the way a setting spray. And of course, to line my lips, I'm gonna be going in with this purple lip liner. This is one of my best from Iman Makeup. Just go over all your lip, in a very building way, if that makes sense. Slow but sure, line the lower lip and of course the upper lip. Then adding in the middle a nude color from one of my best collection, the matte collection, and it looks very very nice. After that, I just went in with this lip brush, just going over the lip liner and of course the matte lipstick and blending it out to get the perfect kind of combo from both of them. And finishing up, I did go up with a very amazing highlighting lip gloss because I need my lips to again pop. I'm just done with this amazing, beautiful makeup transformation. I hope you have learned something. Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And let me meet you in my next video. Tanyanishailoc switching out. Bye for now.